Hi, everyone. Let's start this the right,
Hello.
proper way. Hi, it's Taylor and Brigitte. How are you, Taylor, today?
I'm great. How are you today?
Good and cool. You see, I have my windows open. I got up this morning. It was about 11 degrees Celsius. That's like not 60 degrees. It's like 50 something. It was nice and cool. I went running and I didn't even sweat. It was awesome.
I'm so jealous because you're not
No.
opening windows here. It is humid. It is horrible.
No, we're enjoying this part now. There may be some background noise if people are wondering. The neighbors has just started mowing their lawn. That's okay. That's what you get when you have your windows open. You hear things. Hey, how's
It
it going?
happens.
Other than being hot and like a little humid, and I mean, I was reminded by my Facebook memories of 3 years ago when I was in Huntsville in August. First and only time so far that I've braved the August heat, and I was frizzing something fierce.
Hmm. It is warm, but we're almost through it. Summers can't last much longer, so we're
I
we're not
know.
mad about it. We'll make it through.
You're back in your studio. You've been working. Do you want to tell me about it? What are you
Okay,
working on?
so yeah, we've been contacted by our neighbors across the yard in the mill. It's Creative Marble, and they make a marble, a cultured marble product, and their building is just completely unremarkable. For their product to be so cool, so they want us to wrap it with a mural on three sides. So
Ooh.
creative marble and it's blah. So I've been working on like big pop art ideas to turn into the committee to see what we can come up with on this building because it's so large and so much of it faces Low Mill. It would make a great backdrop. And it's just, I think it's cool that they want to be good neighbors and partner with the facility to make everything in town look better or more artsy or whatever you want to call it. But cool kids over there, so I'm excited to work with them in any capacity on this project. So we'll see. But I've been
I
up in
think,
here
yeah,
doing graphic design today, so back in the studio.
but I think artsy is better. Just gonna go out on
Uh,
a limb and say that.
right. Artsy, it's like big is always better. Artsy is always better. More color is always better. I think all of these things are better.
Big is always better, except for alligators. It was in the news this morning before we talk about serious stuff. So there's alligator. Y'all do alligator hunting, and it's all like it's regulated. There's tags and
Yes.
stuff. Like this isn't like the Wild West. So there's a population of alligators, and like with any other wildlife, there's a process to decide how many should be hunted and so on. And there was one that got caught over 600 pounds. And what's it, 13 or I'll put a picture on that to go with this for people to see it. It's
Yeah,
enormous. I don't like it.
it's great. And I'm gonna stick with bigger is always better in alligators too, because you get bigger scales on the alligator and it makes better shoes and belts and handbags. So bigger is
Hmm.
truly better.
What
I'm
else do you
sticking with
do with
that one, Bridget.
alligators once you've once you've hunted them? I
You
mean,
eat
I've
them.
had
Like,
alligator.
have you never
Yeah,
been
I
to New
know.
Orleans?
I've had
It's not my favorite thing.
alligator.
It's a bit chewy.
No.
But
Yeah,
an
it
alligator
is.
purse, it's amazing. An alligator shoe. Like, if we've got to
Or
kill them, let's
boots.
make them useful. And I say, or
Right. No,
boots,
that's
exactly.
true.
See you
Yeah.
catching on. Because, I think Taylor Swift would put it on a boot.
Are you excited for the news of I forgot to
I
ask you.
know, just last week we had
Yeah.
talked about some Taylor Swift, and you begin to get your Swifty education, and then right after that, big news and a big podcast. I would like to say I was in the loop, but she did not let me know, unfortunately. But nonetheless, there's lots of rumors circulating, and rumors aren't good, but instead of focusing on what we have else going on down in the United States, I think her rumors are great, and fingers crossed she's going to be doing the Super Bowl this year.
Oh,
She's putting
that
out
would be
some Easter
something.
eggs, so yeah,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
it will
Yeah, better
be
talk.
very interesting.
Yeah. Can you imagine if this was the biggest topic of conversation because everything else was solved?
I would love it, and I'm
Me
just
too.
thankful that she's out there being a badass and being a woman and doing what she does on her terms and kind of canceling some of the noise.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the song number 10 on her new album is called Cancelled, and it's all caps, exclamation point.
Boy, I'm gonna have to
So
look this up.
you will have to look this up, but we have someone that's kind of famous down here that likes to tweet or True Social in all caps and exclamation points. So all sources are saying that Canceled is about the big DJT, and we can't wait to hear it. We just got to wait until October the 3rd to
So,
get this song, but I can't wait to hear the
right.
DJT diss
Do you
track.
think it might be, yeah, it might even be part of the electoral cycle going towards the midterms. I mean, it's a bit early,
It
like it's
couldn't hurt.
a year in advance, but it can't, yeah, you always need good music.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
so he went to Russia, I mean, Alaska, to welcome Vladimir Putin with the red carpet and clapping and everything. And that's, I think right there was a bit of a loss. I think it was a,
Yes, you
like
lost me
over, yeah,
at
on
red
your,
carpet, and then for the first time, to my recollection, are we strategically parking Air Force One between fighter jets to exit the plane like some kind of, I don't know, North Korean dictator, with all of our armed forces laid out in front of us, and then planes flying overhead, which is such a waste of money for Vladimir Putin of all people.
mm. And I mean, even on Fox News, they were saying that this was not a great.
What? Look,
No, yeah,
no.
nobody was
Like,
really impressed with the event, and so not even in Alabama would think that, which is,
no,
the
I'm
reddest of
sure.
reds. It's
I'm sure that there is some
there
white
are
trash
limits.
that was just thrilled. But when then they rode in the same presidential limo together.
Yeah,
Uh, well, what's going on? I
but
just,
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know.
At least Zelensky was back in the Oval Office earlier today and didn't get dissed this time. So, and he even made a joke. Did you see about the reporter who asked about his suit from last? Because last time he was like chastised for not wearing a suit.
Right. So,
The
right.
wartime president Winston Churchill was not wearing a suit during the Second World War. Just so you know. Um,
Well,
and but so anyway, so Zelensky shows up in his usual garb, and then this time, Trump was all nicey nicey with him. But then this reporter brought up this story, and so Zelensky said, "I noticed that you're still wearing the same suit as last time. I changed." So that
that's
was funny.
great.
It's funny.
I wish you would have asked about where was his red carpet. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
if anybody
Mm-hmm.
deserves a little compassion, I would think it would be him and his
Mm,
people, Like, I
yeah.
don't know. It's just crazy. It's
So what's
crazy.
going on with ICE down in Huntsville? Do you guys, I mean, I know there's one case of an Alabama person who came to the country as a child about almost 20 years ago, and she would be in her early 20s somewhere or mid 20s, who is now in a prison in Louisiana. So that case has made the news. Yeah, her family is raising money for GoFundMe to get her back. It's like this just as far as anybody knows, she's done
Mm,
nothing wrong except having arrived as a child in 2006, I believe it was. But like we keep seeing stories of people just being, taken off the street, and now of course they're occupying like National Guard in Washington D.C. And this morning I saw
where?
trucks around the Lincoln Memorial. Said, who are you going to arrest at the Lincoln Memorial?
And so that makes me think, not who are you going to arrest at the memorial, but why are you going to these lengths to protect said
Hmm.
district and memorials and changing the Smithsonian's historical blueprint to match your, like, this is like, like, I'm afraid before our podcast could be over, it could be like a homosexual hiding up in his attic down here in Alabama, the way that things are progressing. And it's,
Mm.
why do we need to protect our capital? There's nothing going on in our capital. When there was,
The
when the
insurrection.
insurrection, yes, like there were no, crickets, crickets.
Hmm.
So it's
It's so transparent.
it is, and I think people get complacent here. It's like a lobster in a pot, and it
Hmm.
doesn't realize it's boiling until it's too late. And then
Right.
you can't dial that heat down once it's gotten up so high, and where you just kind of shake our heads and almost roll with anything that's going on. They're trying to, redistrict Texas and California to get more seats in the Senate and the
Hmm.
Congress, and it's just ape shit.
Do you
So if you
feel like
find me
it's
in the
like,
attic,
yeah, I know why.
I mean, I'm going to need you to get me like a ticket or something out of here, girl.
Yeah, we'll have like the Freedom Train
That's
getting you up to
something.
Canada. I mean, it's cold up here, but at least we're
I
safe
don't
from
care.
this nonsense. Yeah,
I've
you
got
can
a
buy a
fur. Well,
coat.
I'll be
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
Yes,
There
yeah.
you go. You can
And
gear
why
up.
is that? All Southern, well, I should say good Southern people, fellas or ladies, always have the best fur coats, but we never get to wear them because it's rarely cold enough. The one time I got to wear mine was in when we traveled to Paris, but you
Mm.
still have it. It's etiquette, I think, to have it in your closet, but that was a tangent. But anyway,
Whereas here we have now we go with like technology and we use like high tech stuff that's actually a lot warmer and lighter
than
and allows
fur.
you to do,
Oh,
yeah, well, because you can be active and do things and then not, because fur you can't do anything except look good.
and I'm okay with that. I'm
Yeah,
okay with that.
yeah, and then there's also a movement of people who don't. I mean, if the fur exists, then I guess that's fine. But like, we don't want any
Fresh
more
fur,
animals. Yeah,
right,
not
right.
raised and killed just for that purpose, right? Because there's a cruelty to animal aspect to that that is no longer really acceptable up here. But people will
Because y'all have
have
all
the
the
fur.
animals, right?
Right, but if you have a vintage fur coat, that's,
Be vintage,
it's
yeah,
there,
I
it
get
exists.
it.
There's no need to destroy it, right? So I mean, it's already done.
Yeah,
So yeah, it was like
the
that
deed is
time I
done.
found I found a
So if I come
cooler made of
visit,
styrofoam, and I could use it, even though styrofoam is evil. I could use it
so
because it
I,
already existed.
I don't guess I should wear the fur coat when I come up there. I'm taking that Canadians are not fond of fur.
Well, no, you'll find some who are, but it's yeah, it's not
Good
universally
to know.
accepted.
Good to know. Just for packing, yeah, purposes.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. You can pack it, just don't come off the plane with it.
Gotcha, gotcha.
Let
Kind of
that not be
easing
your first
into it,
impression.
right? Right. Okay, ease
First,
into
there's a
it.
lot of you, first of all, right? So you come off the plane, you're already, like, there's Taylor.
Da, da, da.
So come down and you're like normal
Right.
clothing, and
Okay.
then
Well,
people will
as
get used
normal
to
as
you.
I can be. Yes, I
It's
will do my
normal
very
is way
best.
overrated. Yeah,
Yes,
I agree with that. So
it's a
hey,
drier setting.
I'm on my way after I finish this with you, and we have a little errand to do. But I'm taking two of my favorite teenagers to see the new documentary on Jeff Buckley. I don't know if you know him. He was a Southern, I believe he was from Louisiana, singer who had one album, and if memory serves, he died of an overdose followed by drowning, or like he overdosed while swimming, or anyway, a tragic story. The man had incredible skill and talent, a voice like no other, and has still a cult following. And I know of him because of a friend from Baton Rouge who put his CD back when we had CD. Remember CDs? He put his
I
CDs
do.
in my hand and said, "You'll love this," and he was right. And I've
Right.
just loved Jeff Buckley ever since. So there's one person who did a documentary on him. It's like this cult thing that's playing at the artsy, you know, like the art house of a theater that we have downtown. So I'm off to drag my teenagers to this for a little bit of Southern culture that is quite obscure, even by Southern standards, because
Right.
most of my
Right.
friends from Huntsville don't know about him, which is interesting. Yeah, so that will be maybe I'll write about it and their reaction. They may be completely horrified. Maybe they'll love him. I don't know. But I know I will like it.
Right. You will enjoy it, and it's
Mm-hmm.
time together. That's what it's all about. Getting out and
That
about,
too.
and you
Mm-hmm.
know
Mm-hmm.
that's what it's about.
So this week we'll find you in your studio, I guess, then sketching
Back in
and
Yes, back in the
plotting.
studio, and trying to stay out of the heat. Saying that, we this weekend bought two electronic tricycles. So I guess they're hybrid. So you can pedal, but if you get tired of pedaling, you can hit a little
You can.
button and scoot. So the next time you're
Mm-hmm.
around, we have a fun way
To
to
get
get around
around.
the neighborhood. Yes.
Awesome.
They have huge
Yes.
baskets on the back. They're so much fun. You're gonna love
Oh,
them. So
perfect.
yeah.
Yes, I love those already. Like they're great. And then you don't even have, because I mean it's good for transportation. Like if you're
It's
commuting, I
so
mean you don't commute very far, but like if you were commuting even 5 miles,
so
you can
we've
do it.
2 nights, yeah. We've gone out in the bikes to get dinner, and then come back home, and it's exercise, and it's fun.
Yeah, the wind
We're
in your
we're
hair and everything.
That's right. That's right.
I'll need pictures. Maybe when I'm there, I'll take some. I'll bring
Yes,
my
we'll have
good
to get
camera
us
and I'll take some
some
good
video,
pictures and
right?
videos. All right. That'll be
It's coming
fun.
up soon.
I know. Listen, no, about a
Yeah.
month. A bit of
Yeah.
no, a bit over a month. Yeah,
Yeah.
for me to come down. So I'm
Yes.
looking forward to
Very
that.
excited. We'll have to get us some new dinner plans
Yes. So
at a
let's
fun
that's
spot.
right. But no alligator, because I
No
think I'm
alligator.
done
We're
with
going to
alligator
avoid.
for this year. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Fair enough.
Have a
You know,
great
fair
week.
enough. You as well. Bye, love.
Talk to you later. Bye.